Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We're very excited with our presentation today to launch the brand new Sculptorea body treatment line from Diego dalla Palma. And it's always a special webinar when we have Alexandra Maria here to present the line and to launch it here in Canada. For those of you who've been to our previous webinars, you know her very well. She's the international trainer for Diego dalla Palma with many years of experience training in aesthetics and medical aesthetics around the world. She is the international trainer for Diego dalla Palma. So we're so excited to have her here today to share her expertise as she launches this wonderful new body treatment line. Those of you who've already used it, you know what we're talking about when we say this is really a special body care treatment. So I'm very excited to see what we have. She's going to go through the presentation, and as always, if you have any questions, please enter them in the chat and the Q&A, and we'll get to the questions at the end. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to you and let you get started.
Thank you, Amalia. Good afternoon to everybody. It's really nice to see, well, virtually everybody. So let me just share my presentation and we'll get started. And yeah, we are very excited about this launch because we've done it all over the world and it's been a great success. And I'm very happy to share with you more information about the products. I'm really happy to hear that already some of you are using the products. So for sure, there are going to be some very interesting questions at the end. Please feel free to write them down. Okay. First of all, I think it's extremely important to understand what was the idea behind our new body line, because obviously for us, body was very important in our assortment, that we had a huge range of body products and professional treatments that at times could be a little bit confusing. I remember that. So for sure, there was the intention to make it much more simple, and I'm sure everybody is gonna agree with me at the very end of the presentation. Things are very intuitive now, very simple, both for the esthetician that is working with the products, but also for the end consumer, for the client who's going to use the products at home. The name obviously is making us think about an art, no, body of art, a sculpture. And I think it's a wonderful approach when we think about remodeling the body. And of course, it's not only about the name, but it's about the new trends and the new direction in which the market is going, because the aim is not only to transform, but to intelligently sculpt what already exists. So we want to enhance, we want to refine, we want to rebalance the body. And obviously beauty as a sculpture with a method. And what we have seen and the research that has been done behind the development of this line was the fact that many consumers are looking for something more today than just anti-cellulite treatments, which we know all over the world are the most popular ones. We want a more toned, compact, defined body with a healthy and natural texture. And we talk about prevention today, and we talk about personalized treatments. And you remember, if you've attended many of my webinars in the past, that I'm a huge supporter of this approach, because obviously everybody is different, and it's very important that we personalize both the professional treatments that we are going to offer in the cabin, but as well the beauty routine that I'm going to come back to later on, that is really going to enhance the results that we are aiming to. And obviously, as always, because I would not say that this is a new trend, the real demand is for visible and lasting results, not just, dreams and promises that are not going to be achieved with the product. The latest generation of cosmetic active ingredients are completely changing the game when we talk about body treatments and products. And that's because if for the face, whenever we were talking also in the past, we had amazing active ingredients. And obviously, because of the nature of the skin of our face, neck, around our eyes, those active ingredients are much more easily penetrated by inside of the skin, and they reach the molecules that need to be, they are the target, so they reach them much easier. When we talk about body, obviously things are a little bit more complicated depending on the area where we are working, and many times, especially consumers are worried if a topical product, so something that I'm applying to the skin, is actually going to reach the deep levels in the skin, like the hypoderm. And this is why we've decided, and we are among the I don't want to say the only one, obviously, but there are just a few companies at the moment in the world which are taking this approach in body treatment, and that is to use exosome. As you all probably already are very much aware, this new trend in medical aesthetical world has been really huge, starting with 2023, 2024. It emerged in the medical world. And very important, it has been used, and we're going to immediately see exactly what type of exosomes we are using, and obviously the action that they have in the skin. But primarily, they have been used in facial treatments. So we wanted to change a little bit the rule, especially because, like I was saying, when treating the body, things are a little bit more complicated and complex. And we are talking about a big surface and with completely different problems and things that need to be, reactivated compared to the face. And that is why we are extremely proud, and I'm extremely proud to present this line, because we are using exosome, like I said, almost as an innovation in body products. Like I said, they are used normally in aesthetic medicine because they have this ability to stimulate tissue repair, renewal, and of course in treatments, cosmetic treatments, to enhance the effects of the treatment. So it's not only about using exosome. Obviously, we are talking about the whole panel of active ingredients, which you'll see in a minute is quite rich. But it's extremely important for us to remember and have this in mind when we are going to work and also explain this line to our customers, the fact that we are more and more close to the aesthetic medicine world, because obviously we want to deliver immediate results and also long-lasting results, but without being invasive, without using needles, basically without any compromise. Like I said, the global market for exosome in cosmetic is growing rapidly. It's coming from this demand for regenerative solutions. And this is something that we see every single day in the approach of many type of treatments. Consumers' interest in clinically inspired skincare formulas has increased at least by 31%, as you can see here, between 2024 and 2025. And also something extremely important, because the skin is our biggest organ. And of course, when we talk about anti-age and when we talk about longevity and when we talk about pro-age approach for our skin, things shouldn't, and finally they are not, ending with our face. The skin of our body requires the same approach, requires the same care, and there are more and more consumers that are asking for products who are anti-aging also for the body, so for the skin of their body, because they understand the elasticity, the firmness, the dermal density, the overall tone of the skin, and obviously this structured hydration needs to be addressed also on the body, not only on the face. And some markets inside, if we consider between 2021 and 2024, body care launches like have firming, resurface, pro-aging claim have increased by at least 38%. There is also a huge demand for this type of treatments with a global anti-aging action. And when we're going to reach that point, and especially those specific products, and also a wonderful protocol that we have developed, You will see that actually, even for those of you who mainly focus on face treatments, which is probably, let's say, a little bit more easy, no, for us, you will see that with the new approach that we have in our body products, the professional protocol and also specific products, it will be extremely easy to suggest and to propose to our clients who are already our clients, they are doing anti-aging treatments in our institute. We can easily mix and match and combine this anti-age approach that we have for the face with the one for the body. And yeah, we will see in a second. Like I said, body as a sculpture, a need that awaits a bold brand. And today's market, we really need a new approach. We don't want just a simple body routine. We don't want just a body skincare that mimics the face one, because like I said, the body has different needs. The skin of the body has different needs. It needs to be structured. It needs to be also sensorial, and it has to have a technical method behind.
Sorry,
Therefore,
I'm just going to interrupt right there. I'm so sorry to interrupt
yeah,
you, but
no
I just
problem.
want to highlight that point that you were talking about the increased demand of body treatments. And I think
Yeah,
in our market in Canada in particular, this is really important to understand because historically, typically, we always thought in Europe, Europeans are big
yeah.
on body care. In Canada, nobody wants body treatments. We'll come in for facial treatments, but nobody wants body treatments. That
Hmm.
was the mentality. But that mentality
Absolutely.
is actually not correct anymore. Body treatments, even in Canada, are gaining huge popularity and are increasing in demand in Canada. So those same statistics that you were showing
Hmm.
um, are relevant in Canada as well. The body
Hmm.
care treatments and looking for body care, anti-aging, and solutions for the body is a big increase in demand, especially as we're seeing. I'm not sure if you're seeing the same thing in Europe, but in Canada, there's a lot more people who are on weight loss medications.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's an increased major focus on body care. And the spas who do not get on board with this body treatment, they're going to be left behind because your clients are looking for body treatments. And if you're not proposing it to them, they're going to find them from someone else. So I just want to make sure we just put that little emphasis on that point. We have to change our way of thinking that body is sort of the forgotten part of the menu. No, this is a big point to highlight. And as you're going to continue to see today, this is a wonderful line to give the results that your clients are looking for. So
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt. I just wanted
absolutely.
to
No,
point
no,
that
it's
out.
I absolutely agree with you. It's not just something that happens in Canada. We've seen it in many other countries, also here in Europe, because as far as you go north, if you
Mhm.
think about Norway or Sweden or whatever, it's the same. So Mediterranean countries that they've always had this culture for the body,
Yes,
for the
yes.
treatments for body, and obviously we've always thought, oh, okay, if I think about, like I said, countries that, maybe they have a more cold climate or something like that,
Right.
probably it's not going to be so popular having body treatments. But we've seen the switch also. So that's why I've also explained it in this way, because it's very important to understand that with the new protocol, with the new approach that we have, it's actually quite easy, even if it's something that you haven't yet tackled so much. It's not something
Yeah.
that you are used to. It's easy to switch or to, like I said, mix and match, starting with the expertise that you already have in face treatments, because the protocols are very easy, the products are very easy to use, and also the proposal that you're going to make to the customer, it comes naturally, so you don't even have to learn, let's say, a new skill. Okay.
Right. Right.
Perfect. And
Yeah.
of course, when we talk about body treatments, we have to consider there always has to be a method behind it, as we do for face. So the Sculptorea products are and protocols are built to have the same path that also aesthetic medicine has. And of course, that means an initial anamnesis to identify the needs, the objectives of our customers. It's very important that we understand exactly what they are looking for. It's very important to prepare the tissue, to exfoliate, to reactivate, to detoxify. And again, the similarity with the face treatments is huge because, as you all know, whenever we are doing the face treatments, we always start with detoxifying. And you're going to see that we have actually brought our cell detoxium active ingredient inside of Sculptorea. So it makes perfect sense. And then, of course, after I've done the anamnesis, after I've done the tissue preparation, I'm going to go with the targeted treatments, depending if I want to remodel, I want to have an anti-cellulite effect, I want to reshape in certain areas, and extremely important, have the home self-care body routine. But we're going to get to it later. And since I was mentioning earlier that we are getting closer and closer to the medical aesthetical world, it's not only in concept or in the fact that we are using this very new active ingredient like the exosome, but also the fact that we are taking some of these, let's say, very popular treatments like carboxytherapy, cryotherapy, mesotherapy, and of course biorevitalization, and we bring them inside of our treatment with certain products who are doing, let's say, more or less the same thing. Therefore, you're going to have integrated protocols and products who are effective. They have a high precision, and obviously will allow you to customize your treatment depending on the client. Therefore, we want to remodel, enhance, and transform, inspired by the art of the sculpture. And thanks to the advanced formula, to the innovative technologies, now we can create this journey to enhance every little detail of the body of our clients.
The body is a matter to be shaped. Every curve, a gesture of art. From Diego dalla Palma Professional, Sculptorea comes to life. The professional body care line, inspired by aesthetic medicine, powered by biotechnological exosomes, works with pinpoint precision on imperfections for visible, targeted results. It reshapes volumes, improves firmness, reduces cellulite imperfections. Anti-aging body butter nourishes the skin and targets skin laxity for a firm, smoother, and visibly younger-looking skin. Transform your body day after day. Sculptorea, from research, a work of art.
And this was just a preview of the many, many materials we have prepared, video materials that we have prepared for the launch of this line. But as always, and you know me, I like to go into technical details. Actually, the whole heart, the DNA of the line stands in its active ingredients. So let's take a journey through the active ingredients and understand how well they work inside of the skin and exactly which one is used for which type of problem. And obviously, we're going to start from the exosome. So first of all, just to make everything clear, exosomes are these very tiny, tiny biological messengers, bubbles, okay, that are released by the cells of our body, the cells of our skin, to communicate with other cells. If you consider that the cells are a factory, and I've always given this example, then the exosome are an email, okay? An email sent from one cell to another one. And like I already said, they are extremely small in size. They are from 30 to 150 nanometers, depending on the cell that is producing them. And they contain messages and in the form of very small molecules such as oligopeptides, DNA fragments, growth factor, proteins, all of them to regulate intercellular communication and to promote basically skin longevity. In our cosmetic, the exosome is called EXOBIOME LB, and as we're gonna see it, sorry, one second, okay. So our exosome is, okay, Perfect. Is a next generation biofermented exosome that is obtained from Lactobacillus rhamnosus. That is basically a probiotic, so it's a good bacteria that we can also find in our microbiota on the surface of our skin. It's highly purified, it's very safe to use. And if you consider the fact that we are extracting our exosome from a bacteria, so from a probiotic, you can imagine also the dimension that it has. So it's extremely small, making it very easy to penetrate the skin and to reach its target molecules. In the case of Sculptorea, obviously with EXOBIOME LB, we're going to have an enhanced action because or through all the other active ingredients. It's going to promote skin longevity, it's going to increase the skin repair, it's going to stimulate the fibroblasts to synthesize more proteins like collagen and elastin and hyaluronic acid. But together with all the other ingredients, basically the messages are going to get even faster and easier to the targeted cells. Above all of this, we wanted, as always, to have a specific carrier, so delivery systems for our ingredients. Again, I will mention the fact that when you apply a topical product on the skin, it's extremely difficult to reach the hypoderm. And that is why we use mesocarriers and chronocarriers that are advanced delivery technologies. We're going to see them in a second, in order to penetrate the deepest layers and to deliver targeted and intensive action. And this targeted and combined action is thanks to pure molecules widely used in aesthetic medicine. And again, we will see them in a second, that work synergistically to actively combat body blemishes. Because at the end of the day, whatever problem there is or inesthetism that you have on the body is not related to just one single issue. If I'm talking about cellulite, I will probably have water retention. I will probably have collagen and especially collagen fibers that have been hardened. I'm going to have a really difficult problem of microcirculation, nutrients, oxygenation in that area, and of course, a choked adipocyte who's going to have a volume that obviously it's not its right size. Just to give everybody a good news, I'm joking. Obviously, if you didn't know, I will tell you now, because of its shape, a fat cell, because the membrane and the nucleum is very, very close to the membrane, it has the capacity, unfortunately, to expand, to not only double its size, but actually to reach even more than 160% more volume from its original state. So even it used to be a healthy, normal-sized adipocyte. Unfortunately, due to diet, to lifestyle, and many other issues, it can expand its dimension even up to 160% more. And of course, in an area where the majority of the fat cells get to reach and that size, things don't function properly. And that is why we need all necessary active ingredients and also carrier system. And you can see two of them, which I really like. The first one is a mesocarrier because it's inspired by mesotherapy. Mesotherapy means putting a needle inside and creating a channel so that I can reach the deepest layers in the skin and to deliver the active ingredients there. With the help of this carrier, what we are actually doing, we are using this niosome, is the name of these ultra deformable vesicles that contain the active ingredients inside, as you can see in the drawing. And because they have this ultra deformable shape, they are going to adapt their shape easily in between the spaces of the skin cells, therefore easily insinuating themselves between cells and penetrating the skin up to the level that they need to work, that the active ingredients need to work. And this actually helps us a lot, and they have clinical studies behind them to reach quite deep layers in the skin, such as the hypoderm. as well as the chronocarrier, that is a sustained release technology. Basically, we have this beta-cyclodextrin that have a cone-shaped structure. You can see it in the picture that enclose the active ingredients. They are going to be penetrating the superficial layers in the skin, and they're going to remain there. And then they will gradually release the active ingredients. So you're going to have a long-lasting action of that particular active ingredient. And of course, when we talk about body, we can talk about many types of treatments and many approach that we might have. Depending on the product and the treatment that we want to perform, we're going to have different active ingredients. We're always going to refer to the EXOBIOME LB, and we're always going to have the mesocarrier and the beta-cyclodextrin. But depending on the product, we're going to have different active ingredients. So if we talk about combined anticellulite action, obviously we're going to use oxygen flow that is going to increase the oxygenation in that area. We're going to use estrogen, caffeine, and Epsom salts, which are going to help with the water retention. So they're going to be draining that area, and they're going to improve the microcirculation. We're going to use lipase. Lipase is a powerful enzyme that has a lipolytic action. I'm sure you've heard about this name before. And it's specifically designed for fat burning. And in Sculptorea, these simple fatty acids that are released by the lipase are completely burned by another active ingredient that works in synergy with this enzyme that is called L-carnitine. So when you are going to release these little simple fatty acids, you're not going to have them reabsorbed by the fat cells and back into triglyceride. So that is really an effective way of working on the fat tissue. Then, of course, we use phosphatidylcholine, forskolin, maca extract, caffeine, that is a well-known active ingredient for body treatment. And of course, as I was saying earlier, EXOBIOME LB. So either we're talking about a stage 1, 2 cellulite, so with just water retention, or we are even talking about fibrosclerotic cellulite. With the help of these active ingredients, gradually you can get the results that you are looking for. If we talk on the other side, on the other hand, about remodeling of the body in certain areas, because of course I know for everybody this is clear, but I always want to make sure that I'm explaining it extremely easy and simple. If you need to lose weight, then you have to change your lifestyle and maybe go to a dietitian. But if you need to remodel a certain area, then this is the treatment for you. So we're always going to concentrate on a specific area. Either we're talking about abdomen, or maybe we're talking about thighs or buttocks. So a specific area that you want to remodel because of your genetic heritage, you will have more adipose cells in that area. Or again, maybe it's also lifestyle because you don't practice a lot of sport, or because of hormonal issues. So by having this modeling action, what we do in this type of treatment and this type of product is to fight again localized adiposity, which normally will be due to the increased volume, so hypertrophy of the fat cell. You can easily see the picture there that I was actually explaining earlier, because the fat cell has this capacity to expand their volume. Like I said, even more than 160% more. And that's the case with the majority of our clients, because normally, genetically speaking, we are born with a certain programmed number of fat cells. That doesn't change mostly throughout the duration of our life. So the number stays more or less roughly the same. What will change, even in the case of obesity or localized adiposity, is the fact that the volume of the fat cell in that area, or generalized, has increased. And then in another situation, you can also have hyperplasia, that is basically the number of the fat cells has increased, so they are more, and that obviously is because of this adipogenesis. So you get new fat cells in that area, and the number is increasing. What we are doing for this type of problem, we are using again the lipase with the L-carnitine, so they are always together, like I was explaining earlier. We use forskolin, caffeine, and phosphatidylcholine. We use liposculpture CPX, and this is a very interesting active ingredient, and I will explain it now because actually it modulates the communication between the fat cells and the fibroblast. Because normally, and I've seen this throughout the years many times, whenever you are having a journey of losing weight, and Amalia was very clearly also mentioning earlier that this is actually something extremely popular at the moment, and that I would say unfortunately, that unfortunately is obtained in a very short period of time, because the body has accumulated more fat cells and has increased its volume in a long period of time. And now we get rid of that amount in a very short period of time due to certain pharmaceutical drugs. Now, what happens because of this, obviously the fat cell reduces its volume, but then the skin, because the fat is actually the support, is the cushion that helps the skin to obviously to stay on, is going to be lost. Therefore, you will have, and we see it all the time, a huge problem with laxity and skin tone. Now, by using liposculpture CPX, you improve the communication between the adipocyte and the fibroblast, and therefore you're going to stimulate this endogenous production of adiponectin, that is the personal trainer, let's say, enzyme of our fat cells, is a substance that is released when we are exercising. In this case, it's activated by this active ingredient. But also, on the other hand, we are going to have this communication with the fibroblast, who is going to continuously synthesize proteins like collagen and elastin, and also hyaluronic acid, giving that support, density, elasticity to the skin that normally is lost throughout this journey of losing weight. And of course, all together, all these active ingredients with the EXOBIOME LB that strengthens support structures of the skin. And then the third action, which is a combined toning action. And I'm sure many of you now are going to say, oh, finally, I will see some ingredients that I know very well. So we use EXOBIOME LB to have this better intercellular communication and longevity of the skin. We are using the Pro Collagen fragments. So if you remember, Icon Time just released just very recently. These are the latest generation of collagen fragments, similar to the ones of the body, 4 and 7, with an instant effect whenever you apply the product. We use N-acetylglucosamine, we use hydroxyproline, and again, EXOBIOME LB in order to rebalance the supporting structures of the dermis. And we use, in order to prevent anti-sagging, the Cola Lift 18, our star ingredient in Fill Lift. That is this ingredient extracted from a bark of a tree that promotes the production of type 18 collagen. That is the only collagen present in all of 3 structures of our skin, so both epiderm, dermis, and hypoderm. If I'm coming back to the Pro Collagen fragments, they are this biomimetic precursor of human collagen 4 and 7, like I was mentioning earlier. They have this wonderful action of both acting at the dermo-epidermal junction, and therefore increasing very well the structure and the flexibility in between these two structures of our skin. and support function against sagging and loss of contour definition. So therefore, whenever you want to continue with toning of the skin, all of these active ingredients are going to deliver exactly that action inside of the skin. Now, let's see the products because, like I was mentioning earlier, the protocol has been simplified, the beauty routine has been simplified, but every single product has its own place that needs to be followed strictly as the protocol says. First thing that we need to do is to prepare the tissue. And to do that, we are going to use the combined acid peel. It's a very well-balanced alpha hydroxy acid blend that uses glycolic, so a very small molecule, mandelic, tartaric, and lactic acid. So whenever we need to prepare the skin, these are going to really get to renew the skin of our body. It's a 50% blend. And as always, and of course, my recommendation is always to use gloves because if you use it on too many clients, obviously your hands are not going to be very happy. And we will see the video in a second. The novelty, because we used to have this in the past as well, comes with this activator that we are using. That is a carboxy oxygenating activator. Now you're going to put this in a small bowl. Inside we have EXOBIOME LB, oxygen flow, and cell detoxium. So there you go. You have an important active ingredient in this activator that is going to promote the formation out of autophagosome inside of the skin, therefore helping the skin natural process and metabolic pathway of releasing all of those toxins that are residues of proteins, of lipids, of already dead cells, which of course is going to be delayed as we get older and depending on our lifestyle and of course the problems that our different areas of the body have is going to require even more detoxifying. The wonderful thing about this product in combination, because actually you are going to apply this product on top of the combined acid, is the fact that it's going to have this similar, obviously, action as carboxy therapy has. So you're going to start to notice actually this foam that is being produced on the surface of the skin. And the client actually feels a little tingling sensation and it's quite pleasant. And this, on top of all the other actions that we have because of our active ingredients, is going to increase the oxygenation in that area. After that, we have specific products with targeted action. 3 types of concentrate, the anticellulite concentrate, the remodeling one, and the tonifying one. Each one of them, and if you look at the active ingredients, I was already mentioning them, they are obviously a pool of active ingredients depending on the action that I need to address. So in this case, I have a very intensive draining, detoxifying action because I need to stimulate the blood and lymphatic microcirculation. So I will have the EXOBIOME LB, hyperosmotic Epsom salt, mesocarrier with caffeine, mesocarrier with estin, mesocarrier with forskolin, turmeric, an amazing active ingredient, kia, and pomegranate extract. Just take it as it is on a obviously clean skin because the combined acids together with the activator after they have done their job are going to be removed from the skin. Another option would be the invigorating concentrate. So this will be the tonifying one. Inside, you're going to find, again, ingredients that you very well known, like EXOBIOME LB, pro-collagen fragments, N-acetylglucosamine, hydroxyproline. So all of them that promote tonifying of the skin, which improve elasticity and the density of the skin. We're going to have to stimulate the inside production of collagen and also hyaluronic acid. And the sculpting concentrate, who is going to fight localized adiposity. So it's going to help us reshape even though those most rebellious areas of the body. So belly, hips, buttocks, and even knees. Inside, of course, we have the EXOBIOME LB, we have the chronocarrier, lipase, liposculpture, CPX, caffeine, arnica, and yarrow extract. And then we have the targeted phase when we will have two options. One is going to be our very well-known wrap, and I will explain in a second, and then a brand new body mask. So compared to our previous bandage, because we had them in the past, we're never going to get rid of them. Everybody loves them, and they are our bestseller all around the world. Of course, we have made now a new formulation that is using the Exobiome LBs, normally that we're going to use Exosome. But the thing that I wanted to address is that if you still have your old bandage, so wraps, feel free to use them because inside you will still have the phosphatidylcholine, you're still going to have caffeine, Peruvian ginseng. So the formula is not changed fundamentally, of course, because of the new ingredients that we have in our line. Of course, we've inserted them in the wraps as well. But again, if you still have the old ones, because I understand that the new ones are coming towards Canada, Amalia will explain later on better this, feel free to use them because obviously you will get the same amazing results. The novelty, let's say more than the wraps, it comes from the intensive mosaic mask. It's called mosaic because actually it's a mask that you can apply on specific area, like a mosaic. So maybe if I need to apply a little bit on the abdomen or a little bit on the hands, I can mix and match the areas. It doesn't, it's not a mask that I need to apply all over the body or a big surface of the skin. It has a draining and a lipolytic action, both working on the tone of the skin, but also remodeling of the skin. And towards the end of the treatment, once I have removed the wrap or I have cleansed the mosaic mask, I will have the final stage of the professional treatment that requires either to use the cell lipo massage cream that will be applied on that area, and I will come back to this idea in a second. And you can see inside of the ingredients that we have the Exobiome LB, the caffeine, the carnitine that we all know very well, phosphatidylcholine. So it's a lipolytic cream that helps us to continue with the treatment that we were performing, especially when I need to remodel. On the other hand, the other option will be the firm drain massage oil that, as you can see from the active ingredients, is basically a pool of oils, starting with vitamin E, acai passion flower, arnica oil. So whenever I'm going to need to have more firming action, tonifying action, I can go to the oil. And I really wanted to point this out because of course, many times we let the client choose based on their preferences, saying, okay, would you prefer more an oil or would you prefer more a cream? We still can do that. I mean, if somebody doesn't really like the oily texture, we're not going to make them feel uncomfortable, of course. But behind the two products, actually, there is a logic in which one I'm going to use depending on the treatment. Meaning, if I want to be more in the anti-cellulite and remodeling area, I'm going to use the cream. If I want to do more toning and firming of the skin, I would probably choose the oil. And this is the entire assortment, the entire range of professional products. So as you can see, the treatment is actually extremely simple and well put together, starting from the preparatory phase where you have the peeling together with the activator carboxytherapy. You have 3 different concentrates depending on the problem. You have 2 options of mask, okay, or either the wrap or the mosaic mask, and you have the finishing product that is either an oil or a cream. And as always, of course, we have a complete video of the professional treatment. Of course, we're not going to watch all of it, but I want to, oh, it was here. I don't know why it's not working. Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, I'm really sorry. Let me see if maybe like this it works. Sorry. Okay. Share screen. Okay. I should be able to see my screen now. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, I'm sorry. We will come back to it at the very end. But as always, we have the video step by step to see exactly, depending on the treatment, how to perform it. And of course, we have a brand new technique of massage that if you want, you can easily replicate just by watching the video, because actually it's a very, very easy massage to perform in the cabin. I want to point this out because especially for those of you, and I say it from experience, for those of you who are more let's say, used to doing facial treatments, probably one of your biggest concerns will be, okay, I can do a wrap, I can apply a product like a peeling, but when it comes to massage, I don't know if I will be able to do it, if I want to do it. So of course, the massage just enhances the experience of the client, and why not also the effect of the treatment. But the treatment itself, even if you just take the products and you apply them one by one according to the protocol, they will still have a huge impact on the skin. The massage, like I said, just enhances the experience of the client. And of course, it can be an option of a certain equipment, because also technologies can be brought inside of this treatment, but that's a completely whole new discussion. Okay, this being said, I've done my professional treatment. And you know that we do it just once per week, so the client needs to come just for one time in the cabin. I have also one product that is draining scrub Talasso. We could not take it out of our assortment because it's a very loved product. Inside we have sea salt, sugar, shea butter, and vitamin E. So it's a very straight to the point product that is going to stimulate the microcirculation. It's a strong drainage product, so you can just apply it on the skin, wrap your client, put it into a pressotherapy, leave them there for half an hour, and then just remove the product by massaging, of course, a little bit. And it's going to have really an amazing draining and also cleansing of the skin. And then another product that we use both in the cabin and at home is going to be our star product. And you can do so many things with this product. That is the Power Mist Detoxifying Spray Concentrated. If you know and love, like me, the booster serum of Cell Detoxium is a must product. I don't leave my house without it. This is going to become your must product for body. So it's a product that you will use from January till December. You're going to use it every single time that you are going to perform a professional treatment. And you can use it in the morning, in the evening, at home, regardless of the objective that you have, meaning either is anti-cellulite or tonifying or reshaping. Since it's a spray, it's extremely easy to use, but we're going to see it hopefully in the next video that works. It's something that you can easily integrate, especially for somebody who has a very hectic lifestyle. They will tell you, no, I don't have time. I'm not used to, using body products and creams, and it's not really something that I do. Okay, let's start easy. Let's just use a spray. So you don't even have to, I mean, of course, it will be ideal if you just touch a little bit the skin and you make it you help it to be absorbed. But even if you don't want to do that, you can just spray it in the morning after the shower and in the evening, and you're still going to get really good results. Look at the active ingredients. It's really an amazing I will say again, pool of active ingredients, because we have the EXOBIOME LB, we have cell detoxium inside, so that works for everybody. We have liposculpture CPX and lipase and caffeine and esgin and forskolin. So it's really, and you look at the delivery system, because every single active ingredient comes with a delivery system with a mesocarrier, so those niosome. Therefore, they will be very easily absorbed inside of the skin, and they will go to their target molecule and they will do their job. It's a product, and I'm going to stop in a second about it. It's a product that you can easily make a promotion. I don't know, put this product in your gym bag. So when you go to exercise, you can use it. So you can really integrate this product in any routine that you have, even for those type of clients who are, like I said, not really used to using body products. We've obviously done clinical tests on this product because it's our star product for the body. And as you can see from the numbers, after just 28 days using this product, we are actually very happy with the numbers. We have a 32% increase in skin firmness, minus 28% of adipose pad thickness, toning, remodeling of the skin, reduction in cellulite severity by 60%. Therefore, these two products, the Thalasso scrub and the detoxifying concentrates, are going to both be used in the cabin and at home. And the protocol, which is very easy, actually has been designed to follow a method exactly like we do for the face. So first of all, we have the detox treatment. And like always, we have the protocol with the exact products, dosage, time of action, and for whom is intended to be used. It's for all ages, and it's an opening treatment before any body program. Then we will have the anti-cellulite treatment. Again, if I have cellulite, edema, water retention, I will jump to this protocol of work. We have the tonifying or invigorating treatment for those who experience a loss of tone and elasticity. And I think for most of us, this, especially in the near future, is going to be a very, very important type of treatment to perform both in the cabin and then create a beauty routine at home, because of this journey of weight loss that many of our patients, our clients, are following now. And of course, the sculpting treatment, so the remodeling one, which I will repeat, is for localized adiposity in order to reshape the body area per area. And then we have created also a luxury anti-age total body that is exactly like the name says, it is for the entire body and is to just regenerate, to combine signs of aging. So again, we're talking about skin longevity here to keep it toned, elastic, and firm all year around. It's a 70-minute treatment. It's really a treat for a person who's receiving this type of treatment. And as you can see easily in the protocol, obviously we're going to prepare the skin, we're going to use the power mist, we're going to apply the mosaic mask in a total amount of 50 ml all over the body. And as I said it before, we have created a much simple technique of massage that is really capable of enhancing all the scientific effectiveness of the line, but also to increase and enhance the experience that the client has in the cabin. It's really a head-to-toe massage. You can easily see it in the video. And another important point during the treatment, when we are going to apply the activator that mimics the carboxytherapy, we are going to have the necessity of using these two brushes that we use in order to apply the product. Okay, I think now we have the video. There it is. So, like always, we had a step-by-step treatment. Okay, I'm gonna put the volume down. So now she's applying the combined acids, and you can I wanted to show everybody, for those of you who haven't tried yet the products, the effect that the activator has on the skin. So you can see these little bubbles and foam forming on the skin, imiting the carboxy therapy. Okay. And then the massage, as you can see, you can easily follow step by step by just watching the video. It's a very relaxing, reactivating type of massage, both for the entire body. Okay, perfect. Then, home products. Home products are equally important like the professional ones, because in any journey of remodeling the body, in taking care of a certain issue that you have, one treatment per week is not going to be enough. So the body routine at home becomes fundamental. The first thing, if we consider what we are doing also in the cabin, is to prepare the skin. So we have the Hydra Peel Regenerating Scrub. This is going to be a very interesting multi-action, very practical product, because it progressively exfoliates the skin, but also leaving a very comfortable hydrating film on the skin. It's a product that can be easily used to prepare the skin before holiday. If you are doing laser treatments and you need to take out those ingrown hairs, inside we have the PHA gluconolactone, shea butter, multiceramide complex, and then, as you can see, a pool of active that are very, very hydrating. We've done clinical tests on the product after 28 days, and you can easily see that it not only, let's say, exfoliates the skin, but also has an action on cellulite, skin firmness, and also adipose fat thickness. Perfect combination with the ultra hydrating cream. So whenever I need, like I said, to have my skin well prepared for future treatments, or I have a severe dehydration, I can use the two products very easily together. And of course, we needed to have a rich hydrating cream for the body. Which, again, for clinical test, has been proven to increase hydration on the skin by 50% and elasticity by 14%. A big novelty, we've done a test in the past when we've launched a promotion of for Icon Time. If everybody remembers, we had the amazing body butter. Now we have an anti-aging body butter that is in our assortment. And that is very easy to integrate in a beauty routine that involves the face. So if my client comes for anti-aging treatments, I'm going to tailor-make her beauty routine for home with serums and creams for the face. It was going to be very easy to say, okay, but you still have skin on your body as well. So I'm actually having this amazing product that is an anti-aging product for the body, to be applied morning and evening on the entire body. It has EXOBIOME LB, pro-collagen fragments, hydroxyproline, and acetylglucosamine. So it's really a very not only hydrating body butter, but it's actually an anti-aging cream for the body. With, like you can see, amazing results after the clinical test. Collagen index has improved by 19%, skin firmness by 70%, skin resilience. And when we talk about skin resilience, we mean the capacity of the skin to bounce back, okay, whenever there is a mechanical action. So that means it's dense, it's elastic, so it has more resilience. And then, of course, we have a lifting body cream with the active of the lifting kind, like EXOBIOME Cola Lift 18, that you know very well. And this is going to be used for exactly those type of clients that require lifting and redensifying of the skin. We will have, obviously, we've done clinical tests on it, and we've seen the adipose fat thickness decrease by 34%, skin firmness increased by 39%, space between the thighs, so remodeling as well, by 12%. We have kept this, let's say, how should I say? We've had this idea to have in our assortment still this weightless leg cryogel because it was a popular approach that we had in the past. So you will still have it here. Inside, you have this refreshing complex and caffeine, so very draining and very refreshing active ingredients that are to be applied morning, evening, whenever needed onto the legs from the ankle upwards with very light strokes. And for that sensation of heavy legs for people who are, standing all day, maybe wearing high heels or traveling a lot, this is going to be an ideal product. Like I was saying also in the past, it's a great product to have in your cabin, especially during summertime. And whenever your client is just relaxing and having a face treatment, and probably now they have their mask on and they're just waiting for the mask to act in the skin, you can perform a very light 5-minute, 3-minute massage with this product on the legs, and actually they're going to feel they're going to feel amazing. And obviously, we're going to improve the microcirculation. We are going to reduce the swelling on the legs and on the thighs. Obviously, we could not miss an thermoactive anti-cellulite cream. So here it is. The thermoactive ingredient obviously is not that strong, but we still need to advise our clients that probably they will feel a little bit of heat and some redness will appear on the area that you are going to apply it. So please wash your hands thoroughly after using it. Don't touch your eyes. The normal advice is when we are using a thermoactive a product to be applied on the waist, thighs, hips, buttocks, even arms if we have this affected area of a cellulite, excluding the breast. And again, the clinical studies were done on specifically this product with actually amazing numbers. And that's it. So now the home routine is actually very easy. We have a regenerating scrub. We have the weightless leg gel that helps with the drainage and this refreshing action, anti-cellulite lifting and cream, and obviously a hydrating one, and our anti-age body butter. With these products, we can easily create a personalized body routine depending on the preferences of our client, the necessities that they have in that moment of the year. And the great news is the fact that every single routine that we have put together, and I'm just giving you now one example, has also a video behind it. So when you're going to create this routine, you can say to the client, don't worry, maybe you are a bit worried that you're not going to use the products correctly. Actually, I will send you via WhatsApp, I don't know where you want to send them, a very simple video showing you exactly how to use this product. So coming back to my example, we have the anti-cellulite routine here to improve the appearance of the skin and to visibly reduce cellulite. Which are the products that this type of clients should use? For sure, it's going to be the Thalasso draining scrub, always the power mist. Remember, this is a must in all of our routines, and the thermoactive anti-cellulite cream. So in this case, since my client has bought these products, I will send them exactly this routine that I'm going to show you now. And actually, there are two videos created for this routine, which are scrub day and no scrub day, because the scrub you're not going to use every single day. I've taken the full routine with the scrub because we need to see also that product. So your 3-step anti-cellulite exfoliates, prepares, and activates. And like I said, with the scrub day. Perfect. to the whole body. How to use the power mist and where. And then the thermoactive anti-cellulite cream. So I think it's very important because she normally will see also the type of movements that they need to do when applying the product in order to make it more effective, to encourage microcirculation, to encourage drainage, not just applying it randomly onto the skin. And that's it. So very easy. But I think these beauty routine videos are going to be very helpful when we're going to give these products to the customers. And starting from there, we have a lot of beauty routines, a toning and shaping one, which products we need to use, the anti-aging routine, total body. So this is going to be quite easy to, like I said, integrate in an anti-aging program for the face. Fitness routine, so a perfect routine post-workout recovery, in this case using the Hydra Peel, Power Mist, and the Ice Shot Weightless Leg Cryogel. Deep hydration routine with the Hydra Peel, always the Power Mist and Ultra Hydrating Cream. And I will say it again, each one of them having their specific video. The packaging, as always, we've paid a lot of attention to details. We've wanted to create, especially for our hero product that you see here in the image, that is our body butter, anti-aging body butter. We wanted to create a special packaging. You've probably all seen the products already. Like always, all the information are inside of the case. There is not an additional leaflet. And also our communication, we've paid a lot of attention in helping you guys to have all the materials in order to make this new line visible in your institute and on your social media.
It's a matter to be shaped.
We've seen the video and images, which I think are really, really impactful. A lot of POS materials, of course, our anamnesis, let's say, sheets, products and samples, the brushes, and I think this is on the way to you guys. I don't think you have it at the moment, but they are coming. And again, Amalia will jump in a second and she will explain later. But of course, in order to create activities and to move a little bit the line, we also created these promotional products, in this case, a massage ball and a peanut ball, to create certain movements on the body. And another type of materials. And I will point out the social media kit, because actually there's been a lot of work behind creating the video treatment, video routine, and the social shots that they are specially made for you in order to make your life easier, and also to make, why not, the customers' interaction with the products much, much more easier. The cabin treatment videos are 5. Okay, so for each of the treatment, the detox, the anti-cellulite, the toning, the modeling, and the total body anti-aging, there is a video showing you step by step how to perform. And look at the beauty routine videos. How many are they? For each one of these routines that I was mentioning earlier, there is a video attached. Okay, perfect. So I've seen already some messages in the chat. Hopefully Amalia is here with me.
Thank you so much for that. That was an amazing explanation, especially on some of those active ingredients. About the very specific actions they make at the cellular level is so fascinating.
It is.
So, okay, let's get into some questions. We've had some great questions so far. The first question is about all those wonderful marketing materials you just presented, and will you have access to that information after the presentation? So yes, we do have the videos, the social media kits, all those amazing marketing materials, the images, everything. Those are all available on our online learning platform. So if you do not have access to our online learning platform, please get in touch with us. you can email office@intercosmetics.ca and we can get you set up. If as long as you have done an opening order of Diego dalla Palma, so you're a Diego dalla Palma account, you have access to our online learning platform, and we have all the materials there. We have all the videos, all the marketing that you would need to advertise these treatments. Everything will be available, included once you've placed the opening order. So again, please email us at office@intercosmetics.ca if you don't have access to our online learning platform, and we'll make sure we get that for you. We have another question here about the price range that we would charge for these services. So keep in mind that your price always, this is a suggestion, so it's just based on general guidelines, but you have to do your own research to see in your particular market, with your particular competitors, where you're located. You have to do what makes sense for you. But we would say these treatments, starting from the more basic of the treatments all the way to the total anti-aging treatment, they would range somewhere from 130 to upwards of $200 that you might charge for one of those treatments. I did have another question from a client the other day asking about the products and which ones would be safe for pregnancy. Because in the previous line, we had a very clear protocol about pregnancy treatments and which ones are allowed and which ones are not allowed. Could you maybe talk about what protocol would be suggested for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a valid question. If we talk about the hydrating product, everything that is very easy and safe for the use of a pregnant or a breastfeeding mother, for sure, that's something that we're gonna perform. The ice gel, that is for sure going to be an amazing effect on those legs who are getting a little bit with a lot of water retention. I do want to remind everybody that we have those two amazing products in the soothing line for the body, which we must not forget because they are obviously very gentle. They can be used on toddlers as well, so I would not forget them. Apart from that, from the body range that we've just discussed, I think I will need maybe to refer a little bit back to the laboratory, but I wouldn't go crazy with the acids and with the thermoactive ingredients, especially for that period of time. So we need to keep it simple, hydrating, drainage, like I said. Of course, the Thalasso scrub, if you apply it and you do a massage at home, again, especially for the legs and for that sensation of heavy legs and water retention, it's very natural. We have salt and we have sugar inside, so it's something that anybody can use.
Yes, exactly. And one thing that I think is important to keep in mind is that the products are not any of the products that we're not suggesting, like the thermoactive cellulite cream, it's not that that would be in any way dangerous to use during pregnancy. It's just that it might feel a little bit uncomfortable. So, for example, if your client is already using that and they're trying to get pregnant, they don't have to worry about stopping the products or avoiding the products. When we suggest avoiding certain products, it's purely for the physical comfort of the client, that certain things are just not going to feel comfortable when you're pregnant, and that's why we don't recommend it. But nothing to be worried about in terms of safety or anything like that.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I see another question. How many treatments for a client to see results? I mean, when we talk about body protocols, of course, if you looked at the clinical test that we've done, we've referred to a 28-day period of time because obviously you need to also get in a range of a period of time. And so that's going to leave you around 4 treatments, which honestly for a body protocol is not that much at all. So if everything goes well, if the client also, because this is a big question mark, if the client is very rigorous in doing their body routine at home, that's going to help you a lot. And even if you do just, and I will point out this word again, just 4 sessions, you are really going to get really good results. If they just will come once per week, they will do nothing at home, maybe you're not going to have the same results, but you can easily go to a number of 6 treatments. Again, we're talking about body treatment, so it's something that is very subjective.
Yeah,
also
yeah,
depending on the issue that you are trying to resolve. But again, just to be very thorough and to refer to the clinical tests that we've done, even after 1 month of treatments, you will have good results.
yeah. We had one of our customers show me a picture after just one treatment
Mm,
of her client, and we were all shocked when we saw the picture. It was incredible. You could see the cellulite dimples were smoothed over immediately after one treatment. They weren't gone completely. Like, we have to manage
yeah,
expectations here, but there was clearly a visible result and a visible improvement after just one treatment. And she hadn't even had the time to be doing the home care yet. She
yeah.
was just taking the picture before the treatment and at the end of the treatment. So it really is, you will see a visible result. And then when you're combining that with the home care, it's even better. If you're combining that with any other technologies,
Yeah, you
there's a lot of amazing technologies out there, and you can combine that with these products, and then you'll get really incredible results for your clients.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm thinking radio frequency if we talk about toning of the skin. I'm thinking about endo massage if we are having more of a anti-cellulite reshaping, just
Yes,
to give you some
exactly.
examples. So we are
Yeah,
not just,
exactly.
talking,
Yeah,
just in a
exactly.
general way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see any other questions.
I did have another question from a client previously
Okay.
about the carboxy activator. So we have some people who are asking if it would be possible. You show in the video that you apply it with a
Yeah.
brush. Some people were asking, can you apply it with your hands with a glove? And so maybe you can talk about that, why we would not do that.
No, you're not gonna do that because actually, with the help of the brushes, you're gonna get that effect of the bubbly foam on
Yeah,
the surface of the skin. I tell you because I've tried it with or without,
right.
and you know. And I always like to joke, they must be the Diego de la Palma, otherwise it doesn't work. No, I'm joking.
Yeah,
Obviously, it needs to be a brush, but the shape and they were specially thought and integrated into the protocol to really help you get that product onto
best
the
results.
skin. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think that brings up an important point, that everything in this treatment has been thought of. It's not just about the active ingredients and delivering the active ingredients, but there's a whole protocol which makes it into an experience for your client.
Yeah.
And so Diego de la Palma has already thought of that for us. They've created this wonderful experience. There's going to be a unique sensation, unique textures. So it's going to feel like a wonderful experience for your client. Does the brush come with the
Yeah.
product? The brush does not come with the product. We have the brush available for sale or as part of your marketing budget, let's say. So with every order, we have you can order samples, you can order posters, you can order your marketing materials as part of your marketing budget. The brushes and the accessories come as part of that out of that budget, or you could purchase them outright, and we have them on price list.
Wonderful.
Okay, we'll give another minute if there's any additional questions from
Sure.
anyone. I think you've done a really good job answering everything and talking in such depth. Um, I think it's important for everyone to know about how these ingredients work, and that you can actually trust that we're not just putting on this cream and saying it's going to help you with cellulite. We have the real backed, scientifically proven results for all of these products. So you can feel confident that maybe if you're new to the world of body treatments, this is something that you're going to be able to give good results to your clients. And it's also very simple and easy to perform and easy to use.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I think that's everything. Thank
Oh,
you so much. And thank you to all of you for your time and for joining us. If you have any additional questions, you can always send us an email or give us a call, and we're happy to reach out. And if we don't know, then we can always reach out to Alexandra for some more details. So thank you
wonderful.
so much for such a wonderful, in-depth presentation today. And we will have some new webinars coming up in the fall. I think we're going to take a little break over the summer
Yeah.
because everybody's so busy in the summer. But in the fall, we'll have some new webinars about some exciting new products that are going to be coming.
Perfect. Thank you, Amalia. It's been a pleasure, like always. And yeah, see you back, everybody, in the fall. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much.
Bye.